Beyond that, each member is associated lumber with it. And we've got this is a great illustration, a great example of multiple types of lumber. So you've got the 2x8, 2x10, and 2x4. That's nominal wood dimension lumber that you would see in the lumberyard. It's very similar. It's, the same sizing as what you would find at your local lumberyard. And then you've also got your species, and there's species groupings, and we're representing three here. You've got DFL, that's Doug Fern Larch, SP, which is for Southern Pine, and SPF, which is Spruce Pine Fir. Now, it takes a number of different types of species, individual species, and groups them. The lumber industry has done a great job of doing that. PS20, I believe, is the design standard that gets into the details of that. We will not get into much more detail than that right now, but to know that when component manufacturers, truss manufacturers buy lumber, they're specifying one of those species groupings, and then they're also specifying a grade, which we've got two examples here of visual with number 1 and number 2, and then a machine stress rated or an MSR grade. So the visual is a person looking at the board as it goes over a conveyor, looks at different features of the board, knots, the combinations, the wane, the crook, the bow, all of the different things, and it assigns it a grade, and then it gets routed into a bunk of lumber of similar graded lumber. Beyond that, the MSR is, as it says, is machine stress rated. So it goes through a machine and it rates it to that 1650F with the 1.5 module of elasticity, which is a fancy way of saying of how strong it is. Now, 1800 would be a step up, 2100 or 2400 would be continuing to step up from there. So there's a lot of different ranges to which the mills will create and will produce with MSR, and 1650 is a very common one. You might see 1800 in some more mountainous states, but really it's up to the mill and what they feel confident in producing. And that is really gives reliable properties to the component manufacturers with the MSR. And the visual, those are reliable as well, but it is one of those that they can have a little bit of variation mill to mill, but it is one that they do have their standards and they're audited on that as well. So that gets into lumber a little bit. We could go on for a very long time as far as specifics of lumber, but I think that gives you the kind of the overview within this perspective.